Okay then, fine. Alright, having to adjust the phone here. I was hoping that it would go into landscape. It didn't. Oh well. So, we are running in portrait style. Well, I'm sorry I missed whoever you were. I'm getting a pen so I can write down any new people. Write down any new folks so I can check yous out and subscribe to you and everything. Hello, Dylan. Sorry that my live stream ended this morning. My battery went down on me. I was at 10% and I had to close out. I was kind of disappointed about it too because it was really a good conversation this morning. Don't have anything particular to talk about. I tell you what though, the one who came on, she sounded excited to try to start losing weight with the plan that I'm using, so she's supposed to email me. I don't know if she will, but I wouldn't mind helping her if she wants it. Nobody's ever asked for me to explain their plan. Yeah, it is. But no one's ever asked me. So it's kind of exciting. Yeah? It'd be great. I mean, like, for her to be able to tell me how much weight she's lost or how well she's doing and everything. Yeah. So that's pretty exciting. And I needed that good talk this morning. I needed that conversation. It really lifted my spirit up. So, yeah. I decided the reason why I even started doing the live streams was because, not just because I enjoyed talking to all my friends, but I was wanting the extra hours on my videos. That's right, he sure does. And he knew I did need to get that out and to have support. He knew that. He really did. And I ranted to him Friday night about it, but, well, no, I think I ranted to him Thursday night, not last night. But nonetheless, anyway, I'm just going to keep live streaming on this channel. I'm not going to bother with the other channel. It totally defeats the purpose of being monetized if you're not putting it on there, you know. So I'm not going to use the other channel after all. Besides, I'm able to get quite a bit of hours on the live stream on this channel, which I'm needing. I'm needing a boost in my view time, but I'm also needing a boost in my subscribers. I'm kind of stuck in limbo. I'm getting more time than I am subscribers, so I hate being stuck like that in a rut. At one time I was at 23 and I didn't go anywhere on 23. So that's the way it goes sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. I know in time, though, it's going to continue growing. Right now, and I know it's almost like a plateau. Reminds me of trying to lose weight. Yeah, have a good success story, and then next thing you know, like you're stuck. That's how it was going for me. I was growing so nice, and then I got stuck. So, and everybody says I'm so nice. Okay, well, why aren't you subscribing? you know. I'd say so. It's hard to get yourself established. I tried doing video game. I done 2 videos on Clash of Clan. I went nowhere. I had so very little view on that, it was crazy. And I don't do any other videos. Um, well, for me, when I first started out, I only had 4 subs. One woman that I watched on a regular basis, my husband, my son, and my mother. And that's all I had. I was like that for about a month, and then before I knew it, I had 2 more, and I didn't even know who they were. And I thought, okay. I ended up getting a pretty large jump through one of the people that my husband watches normal. Well, if you don't have your mother, who do you have, right? As far as I know, Mom is still subscribed to me, but she doesn't comment anymore. But my mother-in-law is subscribed to me as well, and she's a huge fan of mine. I tell you what, family members helps. My ex-husband is one of my subs too. he had my son, who he's 15, and he started YouTube, and so my ex subscribed to him, and I told my son, I said, give your dad the phone for a moment. So he did. And I said, you look here, buddy, we might not be married anymore, but you're still my friend, so subscribe to me. He said, okay. So he did. Hey, a person's got to get their subs somehow. If I would get more outsiders in, that would probably help. And I wonder if my creative crew's going to show up today. I haven't seen hide nor tail of them. Usually at least one would comment on me. Ookie. Okay, Dylan, I've got you set up as one of my moderators, so if you don't mind, kind of help keep an eye on things for me. Thank you. Thank you. And I've got more moderators, but none of them are on here right now, so I usually don't set people up. Thank you. Well, hopefully we'll get ourselves a crowd in today. I hope. I haven't done a live stream on this channel for over a week, and I think people might have stopped watching. They probably haven't gotten no notifications either. Well, I wouldn't mind making you a mod if you know how to behave to begin with. I don't have any kind of ignorance on my channel. This is a family good channel. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind you being here visiting. Just don't cuss or talk politics or talk any nasty trash, okay? Other than that, you're more than welcome to be on here. Have a good conversation and stuff. I probably should have given a heads up of whether or not I was going to do a stream, but I'd just gotten off of one of my viewers. I'm not into conspiracy theories either. For one, I don't know any, so. But, anyway, I had just gotten off of a live stream of a good friend of mine, and it got me deciding to go on ahead and do one today, because I really wasn't even going to do a live stream this evening. But normally I hold them on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and I've lacked off. Probably because, for one, I've not gotten as many in on my live streams, so it kind of discouraged me to do them for a while. And then I thought that it'd pick up on my second channel, but it never did. Oh, are you? Well, I hope that you can keep up with yours and mine too. Yeah. I would love to do it on my laptop, and I ran a couple on the laptop, but it's an older system, so the webcam does that stop motion stuff, and it wasn't good. Okay. But yeah, the computer is really cool to do them. I just don't like that jerk motion, you know? So, normally I do give a heads up because it seems like more people knows I'm streaming if I do. And now one person said that YouTube will not give a notification if you do live stream on a phone. But I'm not so sure about that. But I think it does work a lot better if you give some time ahead. Okay, thanks. Everybody needs to smile, that's for sure. But yeah, I don't really have anything to talk about. Just decided to throw it on. Um, I was going to start a coloring page today and decided not to. I do need to smile more. I do. They say that it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. Well, then I guess I've got really strong frowning muscles because I frown a lot more than I smile. Yeah, I do need to smile more. I do. I don't know, maybe gravity takes over. Gravity keeps my mouth down. But honestly, I guess in a way it's been a habit because I grew up in a very depressed life. My parents were good and everything, but I stayed depressed. And so I guess the frown became more or less permanent. I smile a lot more now than I used to. Yeah, that is true. It is frustrating. I was thinking about that earlier today too. Really frustrating and getting worse. I do try to keep an uplifted spirit though. I mostly try to do that though to keep my husband's spirits up because he gets upset easy, and so I always try to find ways to diffuse his upsetness so that he doesn't have to keep dwelling on it. So it's something that I'm having to work on for myself. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm a pretty patient woman in a lot of areas, like standing in line waiting for somebody to get something done or whatever. But there's other things that I am so totally impatient about. Yeah, yeah. Now, my husband, he's not a ticking time bomb, but I tell you what, it doesn't take much. That's like where we live in an apartment, there's our neighbors are young kids, and they live downstairs. And there's this little girl, she couldn't be no more than about 3 years old, and she keeps coming upstairs and walking into my apartment. She'll just open up the door. Well, today, while my husband was still home, a little boy opened up the door. And that really got him upset. Now, for me, being a mother, it didn't, yeah. Uh, for me, it didn't bum me out so much about the child coming in the couple times that she did. But for him, he's never had kids. And so he doesn't quite have that parenting thing down. Now, I don't like anybody just coming into the apartment, but these were young kids. And so the parents need to do a little bit more with them to keep them out. But I can understand their curiosity too because they don't know any better right now. And so I told them, I said, just let it go and we'll keep the door locked. No problem. So, but I kind of miss my kids anyway, so more or less I've kind of fallen in love with the little ones that lives here. No, it isn't proper. It isn't. And the one thing I don't understand is why that the parents are letting the kids climb upstairs, but I don't know which apartment the kids are from. So I really can't say anything to the parents because I don't know who the parents are, you know? So the only other thing for me to do is just keep the door locked. But I can understand their curiosity. I can. So, it ain't no problem leaving the door locked. It isn't. It's no problem. Anything to make sure that my husband is alright about it. I'm not wanting him to drill on things. He's one of those, he'll drill on something for a while and he won't let things go. And so I have to try to at least reason with him so that he can let it go, just let it right off his back. I have to reason with him. Yeah, he's not dangerous or anything when he gets upset. He rants. When he gets upset, he just rants. Some things, just like with what happened Thursday with my exercise vlog, things like that. And like I said, I'm a very patient person. And most of the time I can let things roll off my back. I'm fine. But other things, especially when somebody says that I can't or won't, even though I know I can and will, that's what really gets me. That gets me big time. That really does. Yeah, it is. It is. Especially when you know that something does work or that you're not hurting yourself or that you are going to accomplish something. Now I'm not going to let it get me down anymore. It was extremely therapeutic this morning to do that live stream because honestly, I was kind of thinking about more or less just going to the park and doing a little bit of jogging and not live streaming. But I decided, okay, just go on ahead and live stream because you've been live streaming your walks anyway, so just go on ahead and live stream. And then I wasn't going to talk about the situation, but I ended up talking about the situation. But it made a big difference because when I got home, I told my husband how it went, and I said it really helped. He was the mysterious, silent one on there. He said he was half asleep and just letting it play. On occasion, he'll actually speak up, but on the whole part, he'll just watch the live stream. He won't say anything. He said that he heard some things. He was trying to fix his breakfast. Okay. Yeah. I said, so you was the silent one. He said, I was half asleep. I said, yeah, but you was still the silent one. It's like I've got a silent one on here right now, but I don't think it's him. He's working, so. But there's someone silent on here right now. Yeah, one of the lurkers. I really would prefer that if someone's going to view, for them at least to say hi, but oh well, that's alright. I've got some markers here that came from my last project. Did a craft project Thursday. I actually colored this canister, this bottle. It's a cheap kids project, but I'm going to use it someday. Yeah. But it's not so much the ones that's just got it playing. That's fine too, because even if they don't say hello. Thank you. What bothers me more is when someone comes on, has a conversation with me, and then they leave and they don't even say bye. Okay. A little bit of courtesy there. At least say, talk to you later, you know. Bye. But, yeah. Oh well. I don't have no rules other than to behave, so whatever. Shame I didn't get to stay on that live stream that you done that night. I assume that you got that picture completed on your computer. Well, so far you've been courteous enough to say be right back. I mean, that's something. Boy, that's a strong marker. Wow. Now I have done it, not say bye. Like if I end up on somebody's live stream that's got like 50 or so people on it, like for instance James Cox, when I would get on there and him with all those viewers, I would just go on ahead and slide right out because nobody ever noticed I was there anyway. So, but like for the smaller ones, I try to say bye. Okay, well, I I used to try to do art on the computer, and I'm not all that good at it. Now, I know that it helps a whole lot, like if you use the preset lines and everything, the preset circles and everything, that makes a difference. It was never easy for me, ever. There is one thing that I had done on the computer, and it always ended up pretty good, and that I would actually draw the Black Bible. I would do a Black Bible with the gold edge on the pages. And I mean, I never would do it with the pages open, it was a closed book. But I would put it in the dimensions so that you could see the the pages, you know. And it was always hard when I would write Holy Bible. Always, always, always hard. It wasn't too much of a problem to make the shape of it, but writing it was different. I don't even, the laptop, I don't believe, it probably does have an art tool on it, but I've never checked it out. I doubt very much that I could use it though because the pad mouse is messed up. The right hand button, the left hand button, the regular button uh, broke and fell through, so you really can't use it all that well. Like you can scroll with it, but you can't do your left click. I'd say it is. Um, I've never really gotten the chance to even get familiar with using one where this one's torn up. My husband had it for some years. He had it when I met him, and so it was already torn up. But we do have a, a wireless mouse that we use with it. That's the only way we can use it is with the mouse. Oh, does it? Wow. I wouldn't mind having a touch screen computer, but in a lot of ways I miss the old keyboard and mouse mechanism. I miss that a whole lot. And I enjoy the laptop, but the keys on it, it's crazy. Like if you want to do shift and a number or shift and a capital letter, the cursor will stop. And sometimes it will completely scroll plumb back up to the top. Like if you're doing a letter, it'll scroll plumb back up at the top and you've got to find where you was last at. It's crazy. I wouldn't mind getting another computer. I would like to get an original computer with the tower. I really prefer those. But this laptop's not bad. I tell you what, it definitely does me good when I'm having to put a pre-made thumbnail. It works great to do those. And to like check how I'm doing on YouTube, does awesome. But anytime that I try to do a letter or some kind of writing, forget it. It's pathetic. So that's where I use my iPad. The iPad has got the Bluetooth on it, and so I've got yeah, it sucks like that. But I've got a Bluetooth keypad that I can actually put the tablet with, and so I can type like it's a regular computer. Most of the time I don't use it though. I should, but I don't. Yeah, it was my mother-in-law's and she didn't need it no more. It is handy, especially like if you're doing a live stream with somebody, if you're on somebody's live stream and you're trying to type, instead of just going to the preset keypad that's on the screen, you can use that Bluetooth. It makes it nicer. I just don't ever use it. I never use it. But it does come in handy. Now I'm going to have to stop doing live streams on that tablet. For some reason the memory keeps filling up on it and I don't even have anything on it. Yeah, and most of the time you don't have to worry so much about typing errors, especially if you know how to use the keyboard. Whole lot less typing errors, at least in my opinion. That's how I feel about it. I took typing class though. Never did get down the numbers very well. And we got another visitor. Yeah. Have you ever used an XP system? Yeah, if they'd say hello. But have you ever used an XP? Uh, I think the first computer I ever messed with was a Tandy, but I don't remember what model it wasn't. And then I had used a, oh, I don't remember what type Windows it was. And then finally I got hold of an XP and I fell in love with the system. It was easy to use, it ran perfect, no problem. Now I've never used the Vista, and when my computer finally gave up, I didn't bother to get the newer system. Yeah, the XP was excellent. I mean, to me it was. And with a lot of different people's reviews, anybody who had ever used an XP, they agreed it was the best system Windows had ever come out with. Um, a lot of people complained about the Vista. I've never used it myself personally. And yeah. um, to my knowledge, the newest system is a 10. I don't think they've gone any higher than a 10 so far. I think where people was more into the iPhones, computers have slowed down a whole lot in their progressiveness. Now, I don't know how I would feel about using a higher one, but the XP is gone now. If they still ran an XP, I would love to get it, but they don't, so. Oh, really? XP was pretty good with its speed. Of course, at the time when I was using it, I had dial-up. Hello, K-Love. Yeah, it's everything that's going on with it. And they're always trying to create faster speeds and stuff, so the other ones becomes obsolete. I think the XP would still work awesome, honestly. Well, thank you very much, K-Love. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think the XP would still run really good if there was support on it. I think it would still run, but there's no support for it. If something would go out on the XP, you wouldn't have anything to take care of it. There is no support for it now. So I guess I'm a little biased too. Now I'd have to try an XP or a Windows 10 though. I'd have to try it. I've never even had the privilege of trying a Windows 10, so I couldn't tell you if I'd like it or not. It's been so long since I've ran a computer. Yeah. But isn't that just like it? They're trying to up their game, make better products and whatnot, but a lot of times the newer products are pathetic compared to the originals. Most of the time. I don't know. I mean, I once heard that if something works, don't mess with it, you know? And there's been all kinds of good programs and stuff out there, and people just keeps trying to up it and they screw everything up. No, I don't think I would. I don't think I would. I had wanted to try to upgrade I had tried to upgrade my XP so that I would have Microsoft support, and for one, it costed money to even do it, and two, there were so many things to do about it, and thought, forget it. Now, at the time, I didn't have money to spare to even try, so I thought, forget it. Well, that's because, for one, the motherboard isn't set up for it. It's not. So these upgradings, you're better off going ahead and buy yourself a computer, honestly. The motherboard just isn't set up for anything more powerful than what it's running. Now, I've done some pricing on computers. Sam's Club has one that I would like, and it was $549, and it had 1 TB on it, which is awesome. I'd never run out of memory with that. And it was touch screen, I believe. Or no, it had tower, so it wasn't an all-on-one. It had a tower, and it sounded like it was nice. Yeah, it is. The biggest problem that I'd ever had was not having very much of a storage. And then when I'd gotten hold of the XP and I finally had 510 on it, and that made it run so much better because there was the space. And then me and Mom was checking out the newer computers and saw that they came out with gigabyte, and I knew that that would be sufficient. Really? I know it's just about to the point that there's no more towers out there. It's very hard to find a computer with a tower. Right? Sure does. Um, I know. Back when I had the XP, I'd done a whole lot of games. I ran the disc, downloaded disc games like Nancy Drew and all that. So I was into gaming pretty much on the computer, and I needed that space. I have seen some really outrageous touch screens. I have. I'm not in any hurry to get me a computer though. Oh wow. Yep, that's out of my price range. I can't even do a $500 computer, let alone 2,000. But yeah, for the time being, I'm pretty satisfied with the phones and the tablet. And this little laptop, it does okay. But maybe one of these days I'll be able to invest in me a computer and get me the tower and all that. That would be pretty good. But one day. I'd have to really be into some things that I need an actual computer for, though, and I'm not right now. I'm going to let this run uh, for 50 minutes, and there's like 6 minutes left on it. I was hoping that it would do it in landscape, that way I could have the cord on it, but it decided going ahead and do it portrait style, so therefore I don't have a cord on it. The live stream time without power is about an hour and 10 minutes, and then it gives the warning. So I'm just going to run this. I might actually run it at least for an hour. So I can imagine more than likely my power right now is probably down to about 30%. This phone that I'm using right now, it's a 7, and it's got 123 on it, which is really, really fine for doing YouTube on. Make sure that I don't ever fill up that space. I just go on ahead and delete the videos that I make and upload. I like this phone. does great videos and stuff. Oh, I love it. How many kitties have you got? Well, that's fine. Well, since you're the only one on here, I'll go on ahead and clear this off. It's been a great conversation and everything. I appreciate you coming back on again, Dylan. I may or may not do another live stream tomorrow. I'll just see. Wow, yeah, that's quite a few. You can keep your hands full for sure. So, yeah, I'll be watching if I do one tomorrow. So, and I'll be sure to give at least maybe a 10-minute to 30-minute heads up. That way, hopefully, we'll get more of a crowd tomorrow. So I'll go on ahead and let you go. Take care of those little babies, and I'll talk to you later, Dylan. You have a great evening, buddy.